Okay, and we're back with the second matchup of the Sagacity versus Clan Simple One Clan War. Saga versus CSO. We saw Firebat Hero come out for Sagacity and come with an unusual style on Metalopolis. Excellent use of the Warp Prism there, as it
Yeah,
does something other than just die.
yeah.
So,
Completely surprised. I have to say I'm really excited to see what he pulls out this game.
yep, me too, absolutely. And so, without further ado, let's get into that game. I'm going to go
Yep.
ahead and count it down for us. This will be Firebat Hero of Team Sagacity versus CSO Anemone, which
Anemone.
how often are we going to murder that name through this cast? I don't know, Darkin, you tell me, but
About 15 and a half times, I think.
at least. And here we go,
Yep.
counting down 3, 2, 1. Okay, so as I said, we've got a clan war going on here. This is the second match. Firebat Hero did win the first match for Sagacity. They're going to send out Anemone, and there's the first mispronunciation I was talking about. Tumba.
Yeah.
Co-casting with me for this event will be Darkened Light.
Yep.
Here we go, Darkened Tal'Darim.
Yep.
Cross
Position
cross
spawns.
position, yeah.
Looks like it may be a longer game, though. It is PvP, so you never know what's coming. Could even see some proxy 2 gates, but wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, it is PvP. Just noticing that now myself, as it is pretty late
Yeah.
where I am located. But still a big fan of the Korean 4-gate myself.
Yeah,
Which
pretty hard build to deal with. You did beat a Masters player with that.
I did beat a Masters player with that once, and as long as you don't proxy the wrong, as long as you don't proxy the wrong main, I think you're okay.
And the worst part is when you check the right main, but then leave and proxy the wrong main afterward.
What idiot would ever do that, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
So, of course, PvP, sort of a 4-gate fest initially for
Yeah.
a very long time in the pro scene, and just now starting to get into some different, unique builds.
Yeah, a lot of DT play,
Mm-hmm.
Colossus, early Colossus build. Still sticks to one base a lot of the time just because it's effective in a lot of situations, especially if you catch your opponent off guard.
Yeah, I would think of all the mirror matches, it is definitely the most one base focused. Would be Protoss. I mean, you see a lot of the time Terran, they can get an expansion up. Zerg as well. Of course, Zerg is a coin flip also though, so
Yeah,
it's tough.
ZVZ.
ZVZ is a lot of one basing too, so it's
Yeah, a lot of Ling Banling play, early
Mhm.
aggression. Even 2-hatch Ling Banling, very strong.
Pro.
People,
Sorry, go
sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was just
I
saying.
was just saying people are, the 15-hatch Roach play is falling out of style just because it's not holding up against good Ling Banling play.
So Baneling being the way to go now.
Yeah, just
more the ZVZ
later
thing.
expands, more creative play, less early roaches, just because you can't not get them out fast enough.
So we see the probes actually doing the little probe high five. No hostilities yet. Everybody's making nice.
Firebat Hero did mention that a Korean did beat Idra with the build that he just showed us in the last series, and yeah, looks like it is effective against even the best pros.
Well, I don't know exactly if you would consider. I mean, I of course consider Idra one of the best North Americans, but
Yeah,
if he sees a Void Ray, he typically gets a little
yeah, it's a lot
nervous.
of mental issues
A little mental.
himself.
Yeah, I don't know what happens when he sees a Warp Prism though. He may not even know what that unit is.
Yeah, he may just stare at it, stop macroing completely, just be stunned.
I'm sure he'll complain imbalance shortly, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. I love Idra in all honesty. Great North American player, obviously. A wonderful player on the foreign for the foreigners, and hope to see him do extremely well and get more mentally tough.
Yeah, very notorious player, very popular, obviously. A lot of people like to see that BM out of him, see what he comes out with next.
I really, and you know, OGSMC is my favorite player, but
Yeah.
I really want to see Idra take a game from him in a major event because I want that rivalry to flourish. I want that to be who's going to win type of thing. As you remember, a nerd chill moment for everybody, and it still gets me as I know it still gets you. As
Yeah.
you mentioned, it is when Idra was able to get that probe in MLG Columbus.
Yeah, that was a big moment for the game, I
Yeah.
think.
Yep, the crowd went wild, and it was
Yeah.
a big moment in sort of esports, I think, and said, "Wow, look at the excitement, look at the energy."
Especially
Of,
over pretty much an inconsequential moment. Still, people were
right,
very excited.
right, absolutely.
Looks like that Firebat Hero will be favoring DT play. His opponent is going for a 4-gate. He did get a second gas. I believe it's a fake second gas to make it look like he's going for a different kind of tech, or maybe a more gas-heavy 4-gate.
Yeah, as you can see,
He is only mining 2 out of each gas by the look of it.
right, and Warp Gate about to finish up here for Firebat.
For both players, actually.
As it usually is, those timings are pretty generally pretty quick, or excuse me, pretty much the same.
I have to note, though, speaking of Idra and BM, Firebat Hero, his name is the moniker of a very popular Brood War player back in the older days of StarCraft. He is one of the main reasons for his popularity. Actually, was when he defeated Savior in the GOM TV MSL in the semifinal match. There's a YouTube video of him doing a dance across the beach and a very long celebration. It's very funny to watch.
Really? So
Yeah.
the original Firebat hero, a little bit BM maybe.
A little bit, yeah. Just he likes the celebration for sure, and that's where a lot of his popularity spawned.
Well, I know a couple things about. As we see, hold that thought. Here we go.
Yeah. We got DT's warping in. It looks like that there is no response yet from Anemone. He doesn't have a Robo-Web. He's throwing it down frantically now, a Forge actually, and he's probably going to have to cancel his Nexus here. He does.
There goes the Nexus cancel. Gonna have to do whatever he can to keep him. One DT gets in!
He does get in before the Force Field can be thrown down.
Yeah, he will be able to reign supreme in there with no detection from Anemone. Anemone in big trouble right now. More DTs now
Ripping
streaming
all
in.
of the units apart. There's nothing he can do to respond to this. Looks like this could be game right here.
And he says, why didn't I prepare for cheese?
Does look like Firebat Hero does prefer those early wins.
Yeah, absolutely. But I believe he earned it. You always want to go ahead and prepare. You need to get a cannon down, something, anything, something that can detect in PvP, where you see this type of deal.
Yeah, we even see players like Naniwa seriously struggling with DT. That's what lost him MLG and the Home Story Cup, actually.
I believe in MLG, was he not doing a little dance, too? Making the Zealots dance?
Yeah, Shrine. That was a bit of a mistake by him, a little early celebration there.
Yeah. So DT's now going to work!
Yeah, they're just tearing the base apart.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Sagacity's Firebat hero. Where did this guy come from?
Nobody is impressing me a lot so far.
Absolutely. I think a couple of notes about Firebat. He's sort of, from what I've heard anyway, from one of his teammates, Roscoe Sawyer. He's a very humble guy. He's also the newest recruit. I'm finding out just now to Team Sagacity. So he's their newest member. He's first out of the box. And here he goes. Takes out 2 of Clan Simple One's players onto the third, and also sort of very humble guy from what I hear. So a little bit opposite of what you think the moniker would be, or at least that's the way he's perceived from his teammates. So
yep, looks like he is proving that he is a great addition to the lineup so far, taking the Series 2-0 so far.
Absolutely, I'll be interested to see who they throw at him next, and we will be right back to bring you that game in just 1 sec.